everyone. I wanted to share just a quick insight that I had the other day, and hopefully it can help someone. Hopefully my intention with these videos is to, take something that I feel like was kind of downloaded into my head from God, the universe, whatever, and share that, and hopefully whoever sees this is meant to see it, and that it can help you create whatever shift that you need to create in your life to cause you to have more success, to cause you to be happier, and so on. So, what I was thinking about is that when it comes to karma, and what I mean when I say karma, I mean basically the way I see karma is it's not some too spiritual woo-woo thing. It's literally just what you put into life, you're gonna get back. So, someone who eats McDonald's every day, doesn't exercise, treats his family like shit, calls out of his job every week, that's building up his karma, and eventually the world, the universe is gonna reflect all those things back to him in the form of, not having a healthy body, his family not wanting to talk to him, his losing his job, not having employment. It's pretty simple. What we put into life really is going to come back to us. And that kind of is shifting away from the whole victim mentality, these things are just happening to me. Of course, things happen that we can't control. But in my belief, things are always happening for our highest good if we allow it to teach us and we analyze it and come to conclusions about how we can use that to grow and become a better person. So yeah, karma is just that whatever you're doing in the past is going to affect the now moment, and that moment's going to affect the future. It's like a timeline. And so when it comes to families, this is what I was thinking about, family karma. And in families, I feel like there's a lot of this because what I see is a lot of codependent family relationships where, let's say, back I was saying, the parents, the mom, the dad, let's say they abuse alcohol or they eat really unhealthy, they don't exercise, just simple things like this, which is a lot of people. And then in the future, they have a lot of health problems. They need someone to take care of them. And then that burden usually falls on the kids, which then affects the entire family. Do you see what I'm saying? How it's we're all interconnected, but especially within a family, and especially if it's a codependent family dynamic, whatever is happening to the parents is going to affect the kids, which is going to affect their kids, and so on and so forth. Kind of like the whole generational trauma thing. But yeah, so I was thinking how some people like myself and other people I know aren't too close to their family, and I feel like, if you think of things as being done on purpose, that, God or whatever does things on purpose, that you'll see that, in my case, I feel like my family was chosen on purpose, and the fact that I had to separate myself from most of my family. I'm not separated from them, but just the distance and, having my space away from them is also on purpose, even though it was really hard at first because I had to make sure that I had good people in my life, and a lot of the people in my life weren't good, and then I had to get rid of those people. So, of course, it was a learning experience. Yeah, but I feel like that was done on purpose because, for people who want to grow a lot spiritually, it's really, really hard to do it in the confines of any kind of codependent relationship, especially in a family setting, because not only are you taking on your own karma, not only are you facing your own traumas and how the past is affecting your present, and sorting through all of that, sorting through your mental stuff, sorting through making reparations with anyone you've harmed. There's so much to healing. There's so much to, clearing out that karma that you have and just building good karma. And if you're too attached to your family, I feel like what happens is you end up carrying a lot of their burdens. And some of these people that have parents, those parents don't want to change. Those parents probably will never change. And not that I'm saying don't have faith in people, don't have hope in people. It just comes down to the whole codependent thing. You have to set boundaries with people. You can't be taking on the burdens of your entire family, And I feel like a lot of spiritual people, either they go one of two ways. They branch off and go by themselves, or they try to kind of go back and save their family. And a lot of people are so entrenched and so deep into their habits that have put them into the situations that they're in now, whether it be that they're sick, whether it be that they're financial, they're in a lot of debt, that they've just created horrible relationships that are toxic and abusive. All of these things, it's unless they want to do that for themselves, unless they want to change that whole thing, which is a lot of work, and a lot of people don't want to do it, they're not going to want to change. No matter how much you are there for them, no matter how much compassion you have for them, everyone's on their own journey. You can't force someone into a journey that they're not ready to go on. And so, I feel like a lot of people I feel like this is kind of controversial to talk about because, I'm not telling anyone that they should go abandon their entire family. What I'm saying is it's going to be very hard to grow yourself if everyone in your family isn't on board with the same healing and growth and spiritual journey that you're on. Because the best case scenario would be that your entire family wakes up at the same time, that they all want to have more love in their life, that they all want to be more present, that they all want to go on this path of finding themselves and finding the truth and helping other people, just a general mission that I feel like a lot of spiritual people have. If they all wake up to that fact and you guys can all do it together, that would be the best thing ever. That would be amazing, because then you have a support system and your entire family. You don't have to leave any of your family behind. That would be great. But in reality, I don't know how often this happens. I'm sure it's happened to someone out there. But it usually does not work like that. And so, I guess the whole point of this video is that people have to learn to set boundaries, not only in romantic relationships, because I see a lot of people that can set boundaries with romantic relationships, and if something gets too codependent or too toxic in any way, they can cut it off. But then with their family, because this is their only support system, this is who they've been around their whole life, they struggle setting boundaries with those people because, like I said, it's their only support system, so they're probably scared. They probably don't know how to get by themselves, how to build a community themselves. And these are all definitely valid fears, but you can't let fear of the unknown stop you from growing into the greatest person that you can become. And it's going to be pretty hard to become the best person you can become, the most healed, the most present, the most successful person you can become if you're dealing with other people's baggage. And that sounds really harsh. And of course, we can still, let's say you live with your family, maybe the next step is to move out of their house, and so you have at least a little bit of space. And so then they're kind of on their own, they get to deal with whatever their karma is, and you can be there as a support system and step in every once in a while and be like, have you tried this? Maybe give advice, but you can't you can't let their fear and their pain and all of that seep into you and for you to take that on. Which is incredibly hard because I've done this before in romantic relationships, and like I wanted so badly just to save them, just to help them and show them what I know and be able to just wake them up basically and be like, snap out of it, like you don't have to be like this. But like I said, we can't control what the timing of someone else's journey is, and that's really hard to accept sometimes. And so yeah, it's also about letting go, just letting go of the need to have other people, be on the same path as us, and the need to be able to control other people's lives so that it can benefit us, because the only thing we can control is ourselves and our perception of the world around us and our level of consciousness. Yeah, so I think that wraps up what I wanted to say. If anyone has any comments or questions or concerns, you can comment down below. I would love to hear from anyone who sees this, if it helped you or if you disagree with me or whatever it is, so we can have a conversation. Yeah, I hope all of you are having a wonderful week, and I send blessings and love to anyone who sees this. And if you are going through a hard time with your family, I completely have empathy and compassion for you, and I know how hard it is. And like I said, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You just gotta set boundaries with people. Gotta create some space. Gotta protect your energy. And yeah, like I said, anyone needs help or anything, you can reach out to me. I will see you guys later. Bye.